If you're in an accident, the first thing that you have to do is call 911. You have to get medical care immediately.
The next thing you need to do is call us. When you hire us at the Skinner Law Firm, what we do is we are going to investigate your case, and we're going to lay out the options that you have, all at no cost to you.
We will use all of our resources and all of our experience to get you what you deserve.
The Skinner Law Firm, SkinnerFirm.com.
Rock's Grab and Go is made fresh daily. Grab and Go, now available at Rock's local market. Rock's Grab and Go is made fresh daily. Grab and Go, now available at Rock's local market.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including Trivia Night Monday, Karaoke Tuesday, Steak Night Wednesday and Sunday, Thursday night Boneless Wing Night, and on Friday and Saturday nights, there'll be a DJ and or karaoke. And remember, Monday through Friday, happy hour, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
The following sports broadcast is a special presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. It's time for the excitement of West Virginia high school basketball. Today's high school basketball broadcast is being brought to you by
Bechtel Jewelers, Brown's Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, CMA Honda of Winchester, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, Hagerstown Ford, Orsini's Home Store, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, and WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Center.
And now, let's go courtside and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team with today's pregame show.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse as we get you set for Martinsburg Morgantown boys basketball action here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Nick Verzolini alongside me is Spencer Dupuis. Our cameraman this afternoon is Dylan Bishop, and back in the studio is Colin McLaughlin. Martinsburg coming off of a tough loss last night to the Musselman Applemen on the road. The Bulldogs return home for an even tougher challenge, perhaps the toughest challenge in the Morgantown Mohigans, who come in 10-1 and are the defending state champions. Spencer, it's a tough loss last night for Martinsburg. How do you kind of bounce back against this team?
You got to put it away real fast. And I talked with Coach Rogers prior to last night's game, and I said, obviously this game is the game in front of your team right now, but how do you stop your team from thinking about very, very good opponent, one of the best, if not the best, in the state in Morgantown coming to your place tomorrow? And he said, that's going to be in the back of everybody's minds. And Martinsburg obviously fell short last night, 65-60, and now they're trying to put that one away and going to try and play as close ball as they can to the number one team in the state, a team that beat conference rival here in the EPAC, Jefferson 87-57, also beat Washington 97-22. Martinsburg beat Washington by 32 the beginning of this week, and they lost to Jefferson by 15. So it'll be an interesting look there to see how things shake out between these two teams in this contest.
Yeah, it definitely will be interesting. I think it's an opportunity for Martinsburg to get better here this afternoon against probably the best team in the state of West Virginia again this year. And also, Spencer, I think that it will be important for the Bulldogs to have a competitive game, especially after last night where you're playing a 2-7 Musselman team. And like we said in the pregame, we expected Musselman to give a good fight because we thought they were a little bit better than that record. But to lose to that team is definitely disappointing when you're looking at it from Martinsburg's perspective.
Yeah, and, if you're Martinsburg, this is a tough game. And when we talked with head coach Dave Rogers, when I talked with him yesterday, he said he needed to do probably a better job of scheduling. And talking about scheduling here, this is the only game this week for Morgantown, as they last played University last Friday night, the 13th, and then they had a whole week off before this game. And if you're Martinsburg, that's the kind of thing you want to do. Maybe not have a Friday game, maybe just have a Tuesday game.
Yeah, it's definitely something to consider for the Bulldogs moving forward, as our JV game is wrapping up. Currently, Morgantown with a 13-point lead with just about 25 seconds to go in the JV contest. So we will be starting pretty early, about 10 minutes earlier than originally. I think this game was supposed to start at 3 o'clock. It will probably start around 2:50. So we'll be getting in a little bit early for this one, but a very tough Morgantown team. You look at some of their scores, Spencer, close to 100 in several games. Their closest game that they didn't lose was a 56-52 win over Shady Spring, and that's the only time this season they've been held under 60. So when you look at that, Martinsburg is going to have to do a lot here today to keep this one within striking distance. But
yes,
we'll continue to talk about this matchup. But after this break, we will get into our coaches' interviews. This is the countdown to tip-off, brought to you by Sunset Water Services, proudly installing water softeners in Martinsburg and Berkeley County since 1989. We'll take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll hear from both teams' head coaches. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
This is a public service message from Bechtel Jewelers to Chocolates, brought to you by Diamonds. Dear Chocolates, you melt. As for us, Diamonds, we melt her. Hi, I'm Lori from Bechtel Jewelers. Face it, Chocolates. Yes, you're sweet. Yes, you can be hard to keep your hands off of. But if the idea is to melt her on Valentine's Day, that's what we do. She doesn't exactly fall all over herself when she sees you. Her eyes don't get all big when she sees it's a box of chocolates. She doesn't fall all over the man who hands her a box of chocolates. Am I right or am I right? But when she sees it's a little jewelry box with diamonds inside, does she get all worked up? Oh yeah. Do her eyes get big? Oh yeah. Does she start to melt right in front of the man who hands her that little box with diamonds inside? Oh yeah. Of course, all of this is said with great love. Signed, Diamonds. This public service announcement has been brought to you by Bechtel Jewelers, Route 11 South in Inwood. Come see us because we melt her.
Insurance companies like to play games. They say they're on your side, but they aren't. We have a team that can handle any curveball they throw. At Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, you get a dedicated lawyer, and every case gets a team effort. So you get nearly 150 combined years of experience going to bat for you. And we like to win. Join the team that takes your personal injury case seriously. Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. We play hardball.
We welcome you back to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse as we continue to break things down here on the Sunset Water Services countdown to tip-off. Martinsburg getting ready to take on Morgantown. We're now hear from both teams' head coaches. We'll start with the head coach of the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Dave Rogers. This is our coaches' interviews brought to you by Rock's Local Markets with convenient locations around the Eastern Panhandle. Rock's, fast, fresh, friendly. Now joined by the head coach of the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Dave Rogers. Coach, tough loss for you guys last night against Musselman. What did you take away from the game?
Well, I thought we played a pretty good first half. We're up by 8, and I thought we were playing well. I thought Chase really played a good first half. We had some kids that came to play. We had some that didn't, and we didn't come out and do our job second half and lost it.
You mentioned Chase Shipley. Seems like he's been getting better and better each game. What have you seen from his development?
He's a good point guard. He handles the ball. He knows what he's supposed to be doing. He can get to the hole. He'll hit the jumper when he's open. So he just got to continue to work and get better.
Morgantown here today, obviously a huge challenge. Defending state champs, a team that looks like they have a good chance to do it again this year. So what are you trying to get out of this game today?
Well, first of all, we need to go play because we have nothing to lose, and we've got to play hard. I told our kids it's a test to see where you are on the scale in the state. They've got all the pieces, and they've got size, they got speed, they got shooters, they got all the pieces. So we've got to come out and we've got to be able to see if we can maintain our offense and run our offense and get some good shots off, and we have to be aggressive. We have to take care on the boards. I mean, I keep telling our kids constantly, it really doesn't take any talent at all to rebound. I can block you off and rebound. It doesn't take any talent to hustle. It takes some talent to handle and shoot the basketball, but they've got those skills. So our key today is just go play hard, play smart, do a good job.
And with the quick turnaround, too, how much have you been able to prepare for this one?
We were in that gym for about an hour this morning, in the small gym. I told somebody the other day, Martinsburg High School has the worst basketball facilities. We don't have a good second gym like everyone else. We're the oldest school, and we seem to get the least attention. So just things going on that there's times where we want to try to get in the gym. We can't get in there. Someone else is using it because we don't have the facility. So we came in and we went in the small gym at 12 o'clock while the freshman game was going on, did some walkthroughs, did some shoring up some things. And we just have to be ready to play basketball and to do things right. We're kind of hoping we can put the ball on the floor a little bit and get to some gaps and create some situations.
And what kind of stands out to you about this Morgantown team this year?
Well, they've got all the pieces. Like I said before, they've got a good point guard. They've got good shooters. I mean, they're 6'8", 6'6", 6'5". I mean, they've got good size. So, when you have those kind of pieces and they can play the game, I mean, they picked up a real nice 6'8" from University High to decide to move over. And when you this game in high school is about talent, about athletes, and you can be close, but you gotta have players to win.
All right, Coach. Thank you. Good luck tonight. Thank you. Nick Verzley now joined by the head coach of the Morgantown Mohigans, David Tallman. Coach, your team comes in 10-1 on the year, defending state champs. What have you liked out of your squad so far?
It's a good group. We shoot the ball very well. We're pretty athletic. Defensively, we're getting better. But it's just a really tight-knit group, bunch of good kids and good players. But there's, as good as they are on the court, they're even better off the court. So it's just a good group of kids.
Who have been some guys that have stood out to you for your squad so far?
Sharon Young, I mean, he's probably a candidate for Player of the Year. He's just really done great for us. He's our leading rebounder. He's averaging about 18, 19 a game. He's got 5 Division I offers, so he's a heck of a player. And then Brody Davis, who's a Shepherd commit. He's 6'6" shooting guard, playing really well. And then Cam Danzer's another 6'6" kid that's got some offers. And then Garrison Kisner's a 6'8" kid inside that is committed to West Liberty. So those guys have been really good, and then we got a good nucleus around them.
You had Kisner from University. How do you think he's kind of adapted and fit into your team?
As every game goes by, he's getting more comfortable. He grew up with our kids, played with our kids growing up. Was at our school as a freshman, so him coming back, it's just taking a little bit of time for him to kind of find his role. But he's been scoring a lot more lately and rebounding the ball, and I think as every game goes by, he's getting better and better.
This Martinsburg team, they're a pretty young squad. They're coming off of a game last night. What have you seen from them so far, and what are you hoping to get out of this game?
We're going to have to control their pressure. They run multiple presses. We've watched them a lot, and I think if we can handle their pressure, we'll be okay. But it's always a tough place to win, and Coach Rogers is a heck of a coach and does a great job, so we got to be ready to go.
All right, Coach, thank you. Good luck today.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
So that does it for our coaches' interviews. We will take another 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll get our keys to the game. This is This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Hello, this is Mark Sutton of the Sutton & Janelle Law Firm. The right attorney can make all the difference in your case. That's why you should call Sutton & Janelle. We have been serving clients in West Virginia and Maryland since 1999 in the areas of family law, DUI, criminal defense, and personal injury. Sutton & Janelle works hard to obtain a favorable outcome for you at a reasonable rate with affordable payment options. Sutton & Janelle values your rights and is passionate about your success. Contact us today at suttonandjanelle.com.
Find that new Chevy truck or SUV you've been searching for right here at CMA Chevrolet of Martinsburg. With over 100 new Chevys in stock, you have options. We have the Silverados, Equinoxes, and more to meet your needs. And we are not selling over MSRP. Get power and fuel efficiency with the all-new Silverado 1500 LTD, space and savings on a new Equinox. And that's not all. Every new Chevrolet has a lifetime powertrain warranty. And did we mention we are not selling over MSRP? Find new roads at CMAChevroletofMartinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
Ollie's VIP North Side is the best spot to catch all your favorite teams. Join us Monday for Dollar Wings and Monday Night Football, Thursdays on the patio for the Cornhole Tourney, Friday night lights with happy hour specials, or Saturdays during or after the college games for steak night. Get a ribeye or New York steak for just $26.95. Ollie's has great food and drink menus too, along with 17 TVs to watch any game of your choice from anywhere at the bar or their outdoor patio and fire pit. So stop by and see for yourself today at 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. That's Ollie's VIP North Side. We'll see you for the game.
We welcome you back to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Spencer Dupuis. Dylan Bishop is our cameraman. Back in the studio, Colin McLaughlin. And Spencer, before we get into our keys of the game, let's talk a little bit about the games that happened last night in the EPAC and the game we have today that we're not at. Last night we obviously were there for that Musselman-Martinsburg game. Big win for the Applemen. We kind of already touched on that one, but the cross-county game featured Spring Mills and Hedgesville, two teams that are expected to be toward the top of the EPAC. First of all, we have some sad news. Keyshawn Cheek will not be with the team for the rest of the season, so that certainly hurts Spring Mills, but they were able to still get a win last night.
They were, but it also changes the complexion and the outlook for this team. And, yeah, they were able to get a win last night, but how much does losing his scoring not help you down the stretch of the season, especially into the sectionals, into the regionals, and where you hope to go into the state tournament, because you lose a guy that averages up around 20, maybe even over 20 points a game so far this year. And, you know, that's just an unfortunate situation where he's no longer with the program at all. And, you know, it's good for Spring Mills, though, that they were able to get the win last night. But overall, it's just an interesting nugget to kind of put away for the rest of the season, because we've seen them now win at least 3 games without him this year, because he was out due to a technical suspension, and then now he's no longer with the program.
Yeah, so they've found ways to win without Cheek, but definitely disappointing situation there for Spring Mills to not have him with the program anymore. Not only a great scorer, but a good facilitator of the basketball as well, but still find a way to beat that quality Hedgesville team. And then
the final score from last night, 46-40, Nick. Caleb Thomas led the way with 12 points for Spring Mills. Cam Wilkes and Jackson Ruess both led for Hedgesville with 12 points. But for Hedgesville, they got to put that loss away real fast.
Yeah, they do. They got a game today against DC International, which is kind of similar to a Broadford and Christian in terms of they recruit kids internationally. So it's an interesting team there. Should be a good challenge, I think, for Hedgesville. Anytime you're playing a team from D.C. that can recruit, I mean, you would expect them to be pretty solid. So should be a good game there for Hedgesville. And then Jefferson today taking on St. James. We do not have the score from last night's Washington Greenbrier West game. They play Greenbrier East today, Spencer.
Yeah, and I will try to get that for you, but it's not posted on Max Preps when I just looked. So it's going to be a tough contest today. Greenbrier West was the winnable game we know for Washington, just because I believe Greenbrier West is a AAA school, while for basketball.
They may even be AA. They're a smaller school.
Yeah. Greenbrier East is that quad A team that's one of the top teams in the state.
Yeah, definitely. So we've seen them a few times this year, so it'll be tough for Washington in that one. And then, as we know, St. James, a quality program for Jefferson today. So that's kind of the look at the EPAC based off of last night and today's games. Now, Spencer, if you're ready, let's go ahead and get into our keys to the game, brought to you by the Heffley Motor Company, located at 993 Hedgesville Road in Martinsburg. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? Spencer rides with them, so you should too. Spencer, take the keys and give it to us.
Well, my key is currently almost out of battery. Funny side note there.
So you'll have to stop by the Heffley Motor Company.
Yeah, we're getting a battery replacement. But keys to the game, for Martinsburg, I think they got to put last night's game behind them. And as Coach Rogers said, they've got nothing to lose. They want to see where they are compared to this team. And this Morgantown team, the reigning state champions, and they're definitely going to go back there next year. And you see some scouting across the way, walking in right now. If Dylan can pan across the way to the middle of the court, the Spring Mills coaching staff is walking through, because guess what? Spring Mills will take on Morgantown in a couple weeks. But for Martinsburg, I think this is a game where you have got to just buckle down and see what you can do as a team and put last night's game behind you. And for Morgantown, you play your game. You do really well, and obviously you're the top team in the state for a reason, and you don't want to have a dud on a Saturday, and they've had the time off to get ready for this. And as Coach Tallman said, they've been watching a lot of film, so I would presume they watched last night's game. Maybe the coaches snuck on for a little bit and watched a little bit of it, so it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take another 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll talk about the players to look out for. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back in 2 minutes.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Thinking about making that big move but don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross in the Milestone Real Estate Group. Chris is a Martinsburg High School graduate and knows the local market, and he's proven it for the past 15 years at Milestone Real Estate Group. Looking to sell or buy a home? Phone 304-579-7349. That's 304-579-7349. Or go to callchrisross.com. Making milestones is our business.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is Prevent, Promote, Protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
If you're in an accident, the first thing that you have to do is call 911. You have to get medical care immediately.
The next thing you need to do is call us. When you hire us at the Skinner Law Firm, what we do is we are going to investigate your case, and we're going to lay out the options that you have, all at no cost to you.
We will use all of our resources and all of our experience to get you what you deserve.
The Skinner Law Firm, SkinnerFirm.com.
We welcome you back to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse as we continue to get ready for tip-off between the Martinsburg Bulldogs and the Morgantown Mohigans. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Spencer Dupuis. Spencer, let's get into our players to look out for, brought to you by the Sutton and Janelle Attorneys at Law, a full-service law firm helping individuals, families, and businesses with all their legal needs. They're at 224 West King Street in Martinsburg, or online at suttonandjanelle.com. Spencer, start with the Mohigans. Who's the player to look out for them, and then move over to Martinsburg?
Now we're going back to last year a little bit with a little sponsor read. It's plural here. So we're going to choose the duo from Morgantown. Number 5, Sharon Young. He averages about 19 boards a game. We know Martinsburg is having
points.
19 rebounds.
I thought he said points. I don't think he averages 19 rebounds. He's not Wilt Chamberlain.
I heard 19 rebounds. 19 points a game. We know that Martinsburg needs to shut him out tonight, but he's going to be a player to look out for. He's got 5 D1 offers, and then you got number 22, Brody Davis, who's a Shepherd commit. So he's going to be playing 15 minutes from where he's going to be playing his college basketball. So for him, it's probably let's have a good game today, even though there's probably nobody from Shepherd here because of their games away today. But still, you're going to want to have a good game within 15 minutes of where you're going to play college ball. So those are my players to look out for. And then for Martinsburg, I'm going to go with a for sure guy that we know that can do it in LaQuay Clark, who didn't start last night but's back in the starting lineup today. He had a heck of a game coming off the bench. And then another player who was added to the roster this week. I want to see what he can do on the basketball court. You think maybe with Coach Rogers saying they've got nothing to lose, maybe you could put him in for some time here, and that's Jameer Hunter.
Yeah, we could see more of Hunter here this afternoon. Let's go ahead now and get into your starting lineups, brought to you by the Mirius Group and Ameriprise Financial Advisors, Phil McCoy and John Everson. Stop by 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg, or call 304-263-4343. We'll start with the visitors, the Morgantown Mohigans. Starting at guard or at forward and wearing number 1, Cameron Danzer. Starting at the other, or also starting number 2, Izzy Everett. Starting at guard, number 5, Sharon Young. Starting at guard, the senior number 22, Brody Davis. And rounding out the lineup at forward, senior number 23, Garrison Kisner. And then on the Martinsburg side, starting at guard, number 0, Avion Blackwood. Number 2, LaQuay Clark. Number 3, Chase Shipley. Number 5, Achilles Whitby. And then rounding out the lineup, number 35, Caleb Linton. So we will take a 2-minute break, and then on the other side of that break, we will have tip-off. Are they doing the anthem?
Yeah.
Didn't they do it before, like, the 9th grade game?
They're doing it before this game, after the line.
I wasn't sure if they were, so I didn't want to take a 3 and have it be too long.
I talked to Davis earlier about it. That's why I was.
You can tell Colin to extend.
Hi, I'm Annette McDonald, and I am the designer at Orsini's in Martinsburg, West Virginia. We welcome you into our store to show you a complete line of what we do here. We design your cabinetry, quartz countertops, granite countertops, hardware, anything for the full remodel of your kitchen and your home needs. We also do bathrooms, and we have flooring available too. We make sure that your project with Orsini's is the best in the market. Welcome to Orsini's.
Orsini's.com. Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies. From small beginnings and over a century later, we maintain our dedication to our policyholders to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. Protecting everything from your home to your business has never been easier. Our team is here to ensure that you, your family, and your assets are taken care of. We enjoy giving back and doing our part to keep Martinsburg a great place to be.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
We welcome you back here to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse as we get you set for tip-off here. Brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Go to HagerstownFord.com. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Spencer Dupuis. Morgantown coming out in the blue jerseys with the red numbers, red letters across the chest, and the red stripe down the side. Martinsburg in the white jerseys with the white shorts. Black stripe down the side. Black numbers, black letters outlined in orange. Whitby in the circle for Martinsburg. Kistner in the circle for Morgantown. And we're just about ready for tip-off.
Yeah, that should be a good one here today. Morgantown in the Panhandle, #1 team in the state. And Coach Rogers mentioned in your interview, Dogs got nothing to lose.
Kistner wins the tip, but it goes to Martinsburg as Avion Blackwood comes away with the basketball, and he'll handle things first here for the Bulldogs. A little bit different lineup than what we were told as Blackwood drives baseline, and shot is off the mark, no good. Baker grabs takes it away and gets the first 2 points of the game. Our first shot of the game brought to you by the Berkeley County Health Department. Prevent, promote, protect. They're 122 Waverly Court in Martinsburg. Call 304-263-5131.
Yeah, Nick, we were told it was going to be Blackwood, Clark, Shipley, Whitby, and Linton, and it is not all of them.
As that shot is no good, rebounded underneath by Morgantown's Young, and then it was a tie-up, so it will be Morgantown basketball. It stays with the Mohigans. Young gets it in, now pulls up for three, and that shot is good for Sharon Young. Chase Shipley now back the other way, 3-2 Morgantown on top. Blackwood thought about passing back to Shipley, now reverses it to Jackson Steen. Back up top to Chase.
It's definitely interesting that Clark did not get the start, and it was Steen.
Yeah, well, he went down last night at the end of the game, so not certain if that has to do with it or what. But
Coach
Whitby, good cut. Whitby to the basket, and he lays it up and in. 4-3 Martinsburg.
Good to see Dogs not letting it get away early.
Baker tips it into the hands of Blackwood. Blackwood coast to coast layup up and no good. Rebounded by Young. And a foul called.
I don't think Shipley pushed him there. And Shipley's like, why am I getting called the foul?
They will call it on Chase Shipley. That's the first foul for either team early on this afternoon. 6:29 to go in the first.
I agree with Shipley in this situation.
4-3, Morgantown trails Martinsburg. Here's a fast break opportunity. Young, another three from the corner. That one's off the mark, no good. Good rebound by Chase Shipley. Quickly finds Avion Blackwood. Blackwood with the Euro step. Left-handed layup up and good for Avion. A 6-3 start in favor of the Dogs.
It's good to see not a hangover from last night's ball game where they fell. It's easy to get in the slump after losing a conference game that you should have won.
Young back with the basketball, bringing it across for the Mohigans. He comes off a Kistner screen. Young guarded tightly by Baker. Swings it over to Davis. Now a three-pointer on the way from Everett, and that is good. Danzer on that one. 6-6.
Both field goals from Morgantown have been threes so far. They're in it to win it today, obviously. Here to prove they're the number one team.
Shipley, a step-back jumper. That's an air ball. Baker fights for the rebound. It goes off of him and out of bounds. It will go back to the Mohigans. Game tied at 6 between Morgantown and Martinsburg. Early goings, 5:28 remaining in this first quarter. Everett gets it in, and now they'll get it back to him. Now over to Young. Back to Everett. He'll bring it across. Double teamed, and gets it across the timeline.
They're going to get
foul called.
Whitby there kind of just fell into him on the jump.
So first on Whitby. Second on the Dogs. 6-6 ball game. 5:15 to go in the opening quarter. Young swings it. Now back down low. Kistner establishes himself and gets fouled. He'll go to the line, shoot two. Our first quarter brought to you on TV 10 by the Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, family-owned full-service funeral home in Martinsburg, Inwood, and Charlestown, Ranson. Proudly serving the area since 1880. First free throw up and no good. Along with CMA Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward. Second one from Kistner is up and good. So Morgantown takes its lead at 7-6 with 5:05 to go in the first period. Over to Whitby. Now swing it to Avion Blackwood on the left wing. Blackwood goes to work. Kicks it to the corner to Baker. Baker lost control of it for a moment. Nearly got it back. It's off of Morgantown and out of bounds. Kistner tipped it, and it will be Bulldog basketball in front of the Morgantown bench.
Definitely, so we mentioned we saw the Spring Mills coaches. There's two Spring Mills players, Max Anderson and his younger brother Xavier Anderson in the building.
Good pass from Steen into Whitby, and Whitby lays it up and in. He has 4 points. Martinsburg regains the lead at 8-7. Young.
Jalen Franklin, Austin Davis also here as well.
Into the corner. Here's a Davis three. In and out, no good. Rebounded though by Kistner. He'll lay it up, no good. Tips the rebound over to Young. Young spin move in the lane, gets fouled, and he'll go to the line. Relentless on the boards for this tall Morgantown squad that has a clear height advantage over Martinsburg. Linton and Young now getting ready to check in. Free throw up and good for Young.
Linton and Clark.
Yeah, mispronounced or got confused there based on
Steen
Morgantown.
comes out as well as Baker.
Young now with 4 points. His second free throw is good as well. 5 points for him. It's 9-8 Mohigans as Clark and Linton back into the game now. Shipley over to Blackwood. Blackwood tries to drive in, draws a foul on the floor, and Martinsburg will take it out of bounds. Kistner picks up his first personal. Look way Clark will inbound. Clark gets it into Shipley around the volleyball line. He catches on the right side of the court. Now brings it back to the top of the key. Swings it to Avion Blackwood, left wing. Blackwood setting up the offense for Martinsburg. Shipley over to Clark. Clark will pull a three and knocks it down over Everett. Checks into the game and does what we've seen from LaQuay Clark all season. Spencer knocks down a jumper.
Yeah, and obviously that ankle doesn't look to be bothering him that we thought could have been a bad injury at the end of last night's ball game. Good to see him back on the court and hitting threes.
Davis over to Young, who has it on the other end. Now back to Davis, the Shepherd commit. Down low, has it taken away. Chase Shipley jumps the passing lane over to Whitby. Whitby, Euro step in the lane. Layup is good from Whitby. 6 points for him in this first quarter. It's Martinsburg 13, Morgantown 9. Good pass underneath to Kistner. He'll post up. Layup is no good. Linton grabbed the rebound for a moment, but then he lost control of it. Danzer throws one up. His shot is no good. Avion Blackwood now back the other way in transition. Shot off the mark. Kistner secures the rebound for the Mohigans. He gets fouled in the backcourt. It's a great start for Martinsburg, leading the number 1 team in the state, Morgantown, 13-9 with under 3 minutes to play in this first quarter. Great job. Clarks jumps the passing lane, throws up a wild shot. It's off the mark, no good. Morgantown in transition. Davis, bounce pass underneath. Layup good from Neal. His first 2 points as he just checked into the contest. Makes it a 2-point game at 13-11. Here's Blackwood back the other way. Rashad Reed getting ready to check in for the Bulldogs. Into the high post to Linton. Linton, spin move in the paint. I think he traveled and he did.
Yeah, and we know how athletic and physical that Rashad Reed is, and we see the length that Linton has, but he had the ball taken away from him on a board, and maybe that's something you don't want to happen again in this kind of ball game. So Coach Rogers going to Rashad Reed, very physical player we know from the football fields. He plays both ways, offense and defensive line.
Davis drives in. Now Neal has it underneath. Pass to Davis. Swing it to the corner. Three-pointer on the way from Everett is no good. Reed grabs the rebound. And a foul called. I believe it will go against Neal.
And that's the physicalness that I think Coach Rogers and Coach Basie were wanting there with Rashad Reed in the game.
So Reed secures the ball for Martinsburg and draws a foul. Both teams with 5 team fouls early, or about 3/4 of the way through this first quarter. Or a quarter of the way through the first quarter. Or yes, 3/4 of the way, sorry. Whitby into the corner to Clark. Clark, three-pointer on the way, no good. Ball is tipped out. Blackwood Shipley trying to slide on it. Davis runs into him, takes a tough fall to the floor. But he appears to be all right, helped up by Rashad Reed. A foul going against Shipley, I do believe, which would be his second. Shazier Baker checking back into the ball game for Whitby.
Gotta give Whitby a breather.
I guess the foul is called on the Mohigans, as it is Martinsburg basketball. Over to Baker. Now back to Shipley. Shipley back to Blackwood, top of the key. Standing in that Bulldog logo at midcourt. Over to Chase Shipley on the left wing. Shipley finds Baker in the corner. He'll drive baseline. Goes up strong for the layup and good. Shazier Baker on the board for 4 points now. It's a 4-point lead for the Dogs. Young crosses half court. Three-pointer on the way from the corner is off the mark, no good. Rebounded underneath by Neal, and he goes up strong.
Reed's going to get the foul here on this one.
After the miss from King in the corner, Neal to the line. He'll shoot 2. So Neal the line to shoot 2. Martinsburg up 4 at 15-11. The free throw is up and good from Neal. He has 3 points off the bench. Everett checks out. Shrewsbury checks in. Second free throw is up and good as well. So it's 4 points for Neal and a 2-point game. Martinsburg still on top. 15-13 with just over a minute to go in the first quarter. Here's Avion Blackwood on the wing. Back to Shipley. Had an open look for 3. Kicks it out to Clark. Another look for Shipley here on the wing, and he pulls it. This one no good. Rebounded underneath by Young. Young will go to push right away. Goes behind the back. Drives into the lane. Lost control of it. Martinsburg forces the turnover. They turn it right back over. Down the court, Young underneath. Gets him with the head fake and lays it up and in. Shipley now quickly back the other way for the Bulldogs. Blackwood to the top of the key. Baker 3 on the way. No good. Rebounded by Neal underneath. 15 all. 25 seconds to go in the first quarter. Clark with a good defense on Young. It's out of bounds. It will be Martinsburg basketball.
Tie ball game here. If Coach Rogers telling his team probably let's take the last shot of this quarter.
And get a good look here for the Bulldogs, who have played an excellent quarter against this Morgantown team. Tied at 15. Love to go into the second with a lead. Baker on the wing over to Shipley. Into the corner for Clark. He'll pull a 3, and he knocks it down.
6 points.
18-15. Dogs on top. A last-second heave is short. No good. And at the end of one, it is Martinsburg 18. Morgantown 15. We will take a minute break, and when we return, we'll have the second quarter. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Hello, this is Mark Sutton of the Sutton & Janelle Law Firm. The right attorney can make all the difference in your case. That's why you should call Sutton & Janelle. We have been serving clients in West Virginia and Maryland since 1999 in the areas of family law, DUI, criminal defense, and personal injury. Sutton & Janelle works hard to obtain a favorable outcome for you at a reasonable rate with affordable payment options. Sutton & Janelle values your rights and is passionate about your success. Contact us today at suttonandjanelle.com.
Ollie's VIP North Side is the best spot to catch all your favorite teams. Join us Monday for dollar wings and Monday Night Football. Thursdays on the patio for the cornhole tourney. Friday night lights with happy hour specials, or Saturdays during or after the college games for steak night. Get a ribeye or New York steak for just $26.95. Ollie's has great food and drink menus too, along with 17 TVs to watch any game of your choice from anywhere at the bar or their outdoor patio and fire pit. So stop by and see for yourself today at 36 Veronica Drive in Martinsburg. That's Ollie's VIP North Side. We'll see you for the game.
We welcome you back to Martinsburg High School. Martinsburg 18, Morgantown 15 at the end of one. We now begin our second quarter. Presented to you by Orsini's Home Store, not just an appliance store any longer. They're located at 360 Hack Wilson Way in Martinsburg, or online at orsinis.com. We'll get you the other sponsor here in just a moment. As Shipley pulls up from the free throw line, that's good for Chase Shipley.
That's his first bucket of the day.
It is, after a 25-point game last night against the Applemen. He did foul out, though, which was crucial down the stretch. Young pulls up on the long two. Now Shipley goes down with an injury as Young knocked down that jumper.
I don't know how that wasn't a foul. Coach Rogers not happy about that. Should have been a foul.
Definitely could have been a moving screen against the Mohigans.
He just jumped on him. Off-ball foul.
Our second quarter is also brought to you by the Skinner Law Firm. Injury and consumer rights lawyers. Call 304-245-6613 or go to skinnerfirm.com. 2017, Bulldogs on top. Luckily, Shipley appears to be all right after that quick injury. Shipley over to Avion Blackwood now. Blackwood drives him with the right hand. Good bounce pass underneath to Reed. His reverse layup is just off the mark. No good. Rebounded by Neal. Neal has it stripped by Baker into the front court, and a foul going to go against Rashad Reed.
That's number 2.
As he came in and kind of collided with a player. Coach Rogers disagrees. That is also the 7th foul on the Bulldogs, so Morgantown will shoot 1-1 as Danzer goes to the line. (2017) Bulldogs, 7:12 to go in this first half. Danzer to the line to shoot a 1-1 opportunity. He has 3 points so far in the afternoon. The lefty's free throw is no good. Rebounded by Blackwood, but he has it taken away by Shrewsbury. Shrewsbury goes up strong and finishes.
This is his first bucket of the afternoon.
Coming off the bench for the Mohigans, makes it 20-19 now. Martinsburg still in the lead, though. Avion Blackwood over to Shipley on the wing. Gets a screen from Reed. Shipley kicks it over to LaQuay Clark. He'll pull up a long 3 on the way. I believe it got tipped, but no. They're saying an air ball, so Clark misses the long three and wasn't even really close. Reed will check out. Whitby checking back in for the Dogs. 6:42 to go in this first half. Martinsburg leading by 1 at 2019. Young with the basketball. Over to Shrewsbury. He drives in, kicks it out to Danzer. Danzer swings it. Intercepted by Avion Blackwood. Blackwood in transition. Looking for Clark underneath. His layup is no good. Rebounded by the Mohigans. It's Danzer ahead to Shrewsbury. Good ball movement. Here's Danzer on the other end, and he can't finish, but gets fouled. Will go to the line.
Yeah, Shipley just didn't get himself in enough. It just was a split-second thing, not enough time to get in position to get the foul going the other way.
So Mohigans back to the line. Danzer 0 for 1 on the day. This one from the left-hander is good. Tied game at 20. Robinson checks into the contest for Baker. That's the 8th foul on the Bulldogs. 6:15 to go in the first half. Second free throw here from Cam Danzer is up and too strong off the back iron. Ball gets tipped around. Eventually Whitby grabs the rebound. Here's Shipley. Martinsburg on the 2-on-2 fast break into Clark. Clark pulls up for three again. It's short. Rebounded underneath by Danzer. He'll look to push. Danzer in transition. Kicks it to Shrewsbury in the corner. He gets double teamed right away. Shrewsbury top of the key to Davis. He throws it into the bench. Height avoids it. And it's a turnover for Morgantown.
And that was kind of just a good defense of the Bulldogs, surround him with the double team, and then, we got to get it around, and then try to find the wide open guy, and just didn't have enough time to make the pass, and it flies out of bounds.
Yeah, I mean, they had the man open there, just kind of mistimed it or mislocated where he thought he was going to be. Shipley can't secure the basketball. We have a foul called.
I think it's on Shipley. No, it'll be on Morgantown.
It'll be on the Mohigans, so that's good for Martinsburg, as it looked like they were going to turn it over. But instead, they get the ball right back on the foul. Whitby will inbound for the Bulldogs. Tied game at 20. 5:49 to go in the first half between Martinsburg and Morgantown. Avion Blackwood crossing half court for the Bulldogs. Blackwood over to Whitby. Top of the key, Chase Shipley now with it. Guarded by Sharon Young, one of the top players in the state of West Virginia. Avion Blackwood now with the basketball. Over to Jackson Steen. Martinsburg having some issues getting some good ball movement. Now over to Robinson. Robinson has it stripped away by Young. Davis ahead to Young in transition. He'll go up with the layup, lays it up and in. He makes it 22-20. Morgantown back in the lead for the first time in a long time, as the Bulldogs had held a lead for a while in this game, but started to give it up here.
Yeah, Nick, Young's got 11 right now.
Shipley having issues dribbling through the Morgantown defense. Over to Whitby in the corner. Whitby trying to go to work against Kistner. Now back over to Jackson Steen. Whitby drives in with the left hand. His floater in the lane is no good. Rebounded by Davis. Davis will look to push in transition. Davis goes in. I think he walked. No, they called a foul.
I was with you on that, Nick, but
looked like he had stuttered in the lane, but they called a foul on the Dogs.
On Jackson Steen.
9th foul against Martinsburg in this first half. 4 fouls against the Mohigans as Davis knocks down the free throw. His first point for the Shepherd commit.
And if you're Coach Rogers, you got to think about calling a timeout now. You just totally lost control of this game as a team, and it could start going total opposite Morgantown now.
Both free throws up and good for Davis. His first 2 points, 24-20, Morgantown on top of Martinsburg. Neither team has used the timeout yet, but I think you definitely could think about calling one here soon for the Bulldogs. Offensively, not really getting into any rhythm against this Morgantown defense. Steen trying to break down the defense, swings it to Whitby. Whitby back to Avion Blackwood on the wing. Blackwood to Robinson, now back to Clark on the wing. Opposite side wing, right wing for McQuaid Clark. And solid defense from Young, but he's going to be calling for the foul on the hand check.
And Nick, you're perfectly right. You're exactly right about Martinsburg not being able to get into anything offensively. They've been outscored 9-2 in this quarter. Now we're under 4 minutes left, so halfway, virtually in half the quarter, they've been outscored 9-2.
Very similar to that third quarter last night against Musselman, where Martinsburg just came out and didn't have anything to answer for the Appleman offense. Robinson loses it out of bounds, and it's a turnover for the Bulldogs. Shipley will check right back into the contest for Robinson, as it's 24-20. Morgantown on top, 3:47 to go in this second quarter. Nick Verzolini alongside me is Spencer Dupuis, Dylan Bishop, our cameraman, and back in the studio, Colin McLaughlin, who you'll hear from at halftime. Here's a Davis open triple, and Davis buries it from downtown, 27-20.
He's all of a sudden got 5 points.
Morgantown extending the lead out to 7. Shipley brings it into the front court. Clark with the basketball for the Dogs. Martinsburg again forced to pick up their dribble at half court. Davis now going up for the two-handed jam.
Wow.
It's 29-20 Morgantown. Coach Rogers will burn that first timeout. We'll take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
This is Eric at Hagerstown Ford. Over the last decade, the way we buy things have evolved. Now, you get on.
Rock's Grab and Go is made fresh daily. Grab and Go, now available at Rock's local market. Rock's Grab and Go is made fresh daily. Grab and Go, now available at Rock's local market.
Martinsburg Fieldhouse high school basketball action. 3:10 to go in this first half. Bulldogs back with the possession as it's Whitby bringing it across for Martinsburg, ahead to Chase Shipley. Shipley stutters, move, and then turns it over. Morgantown showtime again. Davis going up with another two-handed jam. And it's 31-20 in this second quarter, and Spencer, it's starting to get away from him.
It really is, and Brody Davis showing out for Shepherdstown right down the road.
Couldn't make that one, but Sharon Young's there to follow. Thought we were going to have another Davis jam as Shipley splits the defense. Shot no good. Linton with the follow. That's off the mark. Young grabs the rebound. He kicks it ahead to Everett. Everett lost it off his foot. I'm sorry, that is Hill fighting for it. Or I'm sorry, King. And then another timeout taken by head coach Dave Rogers. 33-20, Morgantown on top, 2:19 to go in the first half. Let's take another 30-second break.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Back here to Martinsburg High School is our score. Morgantown 33, Martinsburg 20 in this second quarter. 2:19 to go in the first half. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Spencer Dupuis. And Spencer, Bulldogs trying to not let this one slip away, but it's been a very tough second quarter for Martinsburg.
It really has. I mean, they've literally scored 2 points this entire quarter, and they've been outscored I mean, the score at the end of one was 18-15, Martinsburg on top. They've given up now 33 points total.
So Bulldogs in possession of the basketball. So it's been an 18-2 quarter in favor of the Mohigans. 2:05 to go before halftime. Blackwood to the lane. Shot is up and good. Avion ends the scoring drought. It only is 4 points, though, in this contest.
That's what I was going to say. Scoring drought over for the Dogs.
Everett an open three. That's off the mark. Heads out of bounds. And it'll be Martinsburg basketball.
Yeah, tipped off the
pulley lever.
Pulley lever.
Thing that pulls the basket back up. Whitby over to Robinson. Robinson gets fouled by Danzer. (33-22). Morgantown leading Martinsburg. 1:40 to go before halftime. Avion Blackwood catches in the backcourt for the Bulldogs. Over to Robinson. Now back to Clark on the wing. Clark will drive baseline, pull up, jumper. Good for LaQuay Clark. He has 8 points. Martinsburg trails by 9. Neal in transition. Pull up three from Dancer. Swish.
He's got 6 now.
Cam Dancer getting back into the scoring column. 36-24. Morgantown on top. Avion Blackwood ahead to Linton. Linton spin move in the lane. Finishes with the left hand. Good move by the big fella. His first 2 points. Into the corner. Everett an open triple. This time swish. Another one for Morgantown on back-to-back possessions. The lead's back up to 13 at 39-26. Everett with his first 3 points. Blackwood into the corner for Clark. Head fake to answer on the other end. It's an air ball, but Avion's right there to grab the rebound. Layup comes up short. Whitby grabs the rebound for the Dogs, and he lays it up and in. So Martinsburg this time out of the timeout. Answering with a little bit more, but defensively struggling. Danzer another 3 off the back iron. Young grabs the wrong rebound for the Mohigans, who lead by 11, have 13 seconds to go before halftime. They'll hold for the final shot. Young drives in the lane. Scoop shot, no good. Rebounded by Neal with the follow with 5 seconds to go. Martinsburg's not even going to take the inbound. And at the half, it is Morgantown 41, Martinsburg 28. We'll take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we will have the Mansion Freddie Law Firm halftime show. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
The Honda HR-V, CR-V, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline. They all have one thing in common. They never back off from a challenge. Available with all-wheel drive, the Honda SUV lineup has the performance you can count on and the capability to amaze. It's no wonder Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda the 2022 Best Value brand.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
Based on 2022 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
Heffley Motor Company, just off I-81 at 993 Hedgesville Road, is a family-owned and operated business providing the Eastern Panhandle with the highest quality pre-owned vehicles and customer service since 1997. Heffley is a pre-owned Carfax Advantage dealer. We're proud to be your partner, serving the community. You're local, we're local, so why not buy local? Call us at 304-267-7172 or see us at 993 Hedgesville Road. And if you want to sell your car, we buy cars too. Check us out at Heffley.com. Heffley Motor Company, a nice place to do business.
If you or someone you know suffers from the disease of addiction, help is available from the Berkeley County Quick Response Team with peer recovery coaches and support promptly to the homes of those who've recently experienced an overdose. This collective effort towards recovery brings resources and services to the community, including naloxone and treatment options. Call 304-267-1313 or visit the Berkeley County Recovery Resource Center, 400 West Stevens Street, Martinsburg. The Berkeley County Quick Response Team is funded through a DHHR grant with the Berkeley Morgan County Health Department.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
So you missed one and I missed one.
Yeah, but where did I miss one? We welcome you back here.
Doing some math.
Doing some math here on the fly as we welcome you into the halftime show brought to you by the Mansion Freddie Law Firm. Where it's about seeking justice for you. Go to wvjusticelawyers.com. And Spencer, it was a close first quarter, but the second quarter really got away from the Dogs. They ended the second quarter a little bit better, but defensively then kind of had some breakdowns and gave up some shots for Morgantown to head into the half at 41-28.
Yeah, I mean, Morgantown scored 26 points in that second quarter after only scoring 15 in the first, while Martinsburg only able to muster up 10.
Yeah, so we'll give you some halftime scores for the two teams. We'll start with the Bulldogs. 4 for Blackwood, 8 for LaQuay Clark, 2 for Chase Shipley, 8 for Whitby, and 4 from Shazier Baker, 2 from Linton. And then on the Morgantown side, 5 from Neal, 7 from Danzer, 3 from Everett, 13 from Young, 2 from Shrewsbury, 9 from Davis, and 1 from Kistner to make it 41-28 at the half. Let's go ahead and take another 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll send it to Colin McLaughlin for the scoreboard show. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
You've put up with your water long enough. It's time for Sunset Water Services, your local water solution since 1989, to fix your water problems. Get better tasting, better smelling, and better looking water today. Say hello to drinking your own delicious water for pennies per gallon. Say yes to healthier skin and hair and to softer and brighter clothes. Sunset Water Services delivers your bags of salt to you, so they'll save your back too. And our products come with a 1-year satisfaction guarantee. Call 304-754-9031 for a free water quality test today. SunsetWater.com.
My kids, you know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
You've been in an accident. A distracted driver put texting over safety. Your injuries, loss of income, and medical bills can last a long time, even a lifetime. Our job is to try and secure justice that will protect you and your family for the rest of your life. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including Trivia Night Monday, Karaoke Tuesday, Steak Night Wednesday and Sunday, Thursday night Boneless Wing Night, and on Friday and Saturday nights, there'll be a DJ and or karaoke. And remember, Monday through Friday, happy hour, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Looking to buy a home in the Eastern Panhandle? Thinking about making that big move but don't know where to start? Then call Chris Ross in the Milestone Real Estate Group. Chris is a Martinsburg High School graduate and knows the local market, and he's proven it for the past 15 years at Milestone Real Estate Group. Looking to sell or buy a home? Phone 304-579-7349. That's 304-579-7349. Or go to callchrisross.com. Making milestones is our business.
WVU Heart and Vascular Institute offers world-class heart care close to home. Our board-certified physicians are performing groundbreaking procedures using cutting-edge techniques, and that's why we're expanding our services to every corner of our region, so you don't have to travel far to receive the great specialty care you deserve close to home. Now accepting new patients at all locations in Martinsburg, Hagerstown, Shepherdstown, Winchester, and at our newest office in Ranson. WVU Heart and Vascular Institute, world-class heart care close to home.
Insurance companies like to play games. They say they're on your side, but they aren't. We have a team that can handle any curveball they throw. At Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, you get a dedicated lawyer, and every case gets a team effort. So you get nearly 150 combined years of experience going to bat for you. And we like to win. Join the team that takes your personal injury case seriously. Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. We play hardball.
Welcome back to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse. Our score at the half, Morgantown 41, Martinsburg 28. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Spencer Dupuis, Dylan Bishop, our cameraman, back in the studio, Colin McLaughlin. As we begin this third quarter, presented to you on TV 10 by Hagerstown Ford. Revolutionizing the car buying experience. Go to HagerstownFord.com. Along with Smallwood and Small Insurance in Martinsburg, your total insurance solution at 121 Administrative Drive. Call 304-263-3361. Spencer, the Bulldogs were leading at the end of the first quarter, 18-15. Had a tough second quarter. How do they kind of get back into things here in this third?
I think you just got to kind of play better defense. You're going to want to focus on Young and on Davis, because Davis had a very hot start, hot second quarter shooting.
Definitely. So on the court are the Mohigans and the Dogs, and Everett will inbound it to Young, who's guarded in the backcourt by Avion Blackwood, and Morgantown brings it across. Young with the basketball into the high post for Danzer. Danzer attacks the basket, throws up a floater, no good, but gets his own rebound. Left-handed layup is up and good. So Morgantown picks up right where it left off with an offensive rebound and an easy deuce to extend the lead out to 43-28. Blackwood cuts back door. They find Whitby here on the right wing. Back up top now to Avion Blackwood. Blackwood splits the defense. Scoop shot is up and good. He now has 6 points. Bringing it across is Danzer. Danzer ahead to Davis. Davis pulls up, baseline jumper, in and out, no good. Shazier Baker grabs the rebound, throws it off the foot of Davis, and it will stay with the Bulldogs. 13-point lead for Morgantown. Just over 7 minutes to play in this third quarter. Baker gets it into Shipley, and Martinsburg will bring it across the timeline. Pressured by Morgantown. Looks like Clark gets it in time across half court. Quay Clark dribbling inside the circle, and a foul called against the Bulldogs. Or maybe it must have been a carry called on Clark. So Martinsburg turns it over. 6:45 to go in the third period. Young dribbling up top. Up top now, Davis on the wing. Down low, Danzer, good cut. He'll left-handed layup and finish underneath.
Danzer now into double figures with 11.
Shipley runs the floor for the Dogs. Comes off a Baker screen. Over to Avion Blackwood. Blackwood kicks it back out to Shipley, who mishandles it. Now gets it back. Dribbling at the volleyball line. 45-30. Morgantown on top. Here's a turnover. Mohigans get out and run.
Try to get it to
3-on-2 fast break. Young pulls up from the free throw line. Shot no good. Tipped rebound by Kisner, and he'll lay it up and in. Just 3 points for the big guy. University transfer. Shipley having issues in the backcourt, guarded by Sharon Young, and they're going to call it jump ball, and the possession arrow goes to the Bulldogs. So Martinsburg keeps the possession. Down 47-30, 5:48 to go in the third period. Avion Blackwood dribbling it up the court for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs trying to get in the offense. Blackwood will drive in. Layup is no good. Follow from Whitby's not there, but Clark eventually comes away with it, then dribbles it off his foot, and it's a turnover for Martinsburg back to Morgantown. The ball heads out of bounds. Everett will inbound. Bunny checks in for Clark. Everett into Davis. Morgantown breaks the press with some ease. Danzer now into the front court. Lost control of the ball. Now down low for the two-handed jam by Kisner over Chase Shipley. That kind of came out of nowhere, but, I mean.
And Kisner could both slam it down.
And Kisner standing at about 6'8", so he makes it look pretty easy.
That's 3 slam dunks we've seen in this ballgame today.
And Morgantown has some guys that can jump. I'm pretty sure Dancer can throw it down as well, so good athleticism on this Morgantown squad. Here's Young. Down low to Kisner, going to work, kicks it out. Everett, three-pointer, good. Everett has 6 points, 52-30. Morgantown has extended the lead out to 22 with 4:45 to go in this third quarter. Avion Blackwood with the basketball for the Bulldogs. He'll come off a Baker screen, get into the lane, kick it out. Bunny baseline J on the way is no good. Rebounded by Kisner. Kisner to Young quickly. Danzer, this could be his opportunity, but his shot is blocked by Bunny. Kyrie Bunny getting up there and not letting Danzer throw it down. Could be a nominee for our rejection of the game. Here's Davis down low to Young. Young head fakes. Shot is up and good. Sharon Young continuing to go to work for the Mohigans. Quickly back the other way. Blackwood gets a layup to go. Whitby trying to keep it alive, but he is unable to. Into the hands of Young now. Young over to Davis. Three-pointer on the way. Good from Davis. 57-32. Morgantown on top. Davis hits another jumper. He's into double figures. Bulldogs go quickly back the other way with Whitby. He lays it up and in. He now has 10 points. Young, coast to coast, lost control of it, and it was tipped by the Dogs. It will stay with the Mohigans as they bring on a line change. Shrewsbury checking in along with King and Hill. I'm sorry. Johnson. Shot no good there. Martinsburg pushing back the other way. Blackwood is fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot a pair. 3:38 remaining in this third quarter. 57-34. Morgantown leads Martinsburg here at the field house. Blackwood to the line. He'll shoot a pair. First trip to the line here tonight, or this afternoon, for the Bulldogs. And Avion's shot is up and good. Starting to pick it up a little bit is Blackwood. Now up to 9 points. Jameer Hunter's going to check into the game for the Bulldogs. Bunny checks out.
Some height and athleticism there for the Bulldogs. One of the best athletes in the state of West Virginia.
Second free throw, no good from Blackwood. Davis chases down the rebound. Davis ahead to King. Now into the hands of Johnson. Johnson to Shrewsbury. Wide open, triples and air ball. Jameer Hunter skies up for the rebound. Hunter looks to push to Avion Blackwood. Blackwood guarded closely. 57-35. Morgantown on top. Blackwood into the lane. Foul called before the shot. Shrewsbury picks it up. Martinsburg will inbound on the baseline. Standing at the O in Bulldogs is Shazier Baker. He gets it into Avion Blackwood. Blackwood guarded by Shrewsbury. Finds Chase Shipley now. Guarded by Johnson. Shipley drives in, kicks it out. Hunter, a wide open triple. In and out, no good. And a good rebound underneath by Kistner. A foul called against the Bulldogs. Shipley picks it up. Score remains 57-35 Morgantown. King gets it in on the inbound. Over to Davis. Davis pushing up the court. Lost control of it. Taken away. Baker comes away with the basketball. Ahead to Chase Shipley. Shipley now over into the corner to Hunter. Good pass down low to Baker. Baker comes off the Hunter screen. Kicks it to Whitby. Wide open mid-range jumper from the baseline is no good. Rebounded by King, and he draws a foul against the Bulldogs. 2:36 remaining in this third quarter. (57-35) Morgantown on top. Davis ahead to Young. Young, good bounce pass underneath to Neal. Neal's shot, though, is blocked, but he also picks up a foul on Whitby, and then Whitby and Neal kind of getting into it as things get a little chippy here in the second half.
Yeah, it's a 22-point game right now in favor of the Mohigans, and see where things go from here.
Neal the line, he'll shoot two.
Looking for his first points of the half.
Had 6 in that first half for Morgantown off the bench. The right-hander's free throw is up and good. Puts him at 7 points now. (58-35) our score. Second one from Neal is good as well. Give him 8 points on the afternoon. Martinsburg back with the basketball. Shipley ahead to Whitby. He is behind the back over to Baker. Now Avion Blackwood has it. Blackwood down low to Baker. Back to Shipley. Head fake. Drive baseline. Throw it off of Neal and keep the possession alive.
Threw it off his face.
I don't think that was the intention.
No. They had some words.
Danzer checks back in. Davis checks out for the Mohigans, who lead it 59-35 here in the third quarter. Jameer Hunter getting the inbound for the Bulldogs. Gets it into Shazier Baker. Over to Whitby. Whitby pulls up from three from the top of the key, and it's nothing but net for Achilles Whitby, who now has 13 points. Morgantown bringing it across. Here's King. Thought about pulling up, swings it to Neal in the corner, back over to Young. 59-38 our score. Morgantown on top. Danzer drives in. His shot is blocked by Whitby. Morgantown grabs the rebound. Back up strong is Young. Shot no good. Hunter secures the rebound with one hand. There's a look at the athleticism. Baker now in transition. Neal sets up for the charge, and he takes it perfectly. A turnover for Martinsburg with 1:38 to go, and we got the
Baker
technical.
Just got teed up. He just pushed him in the back.
Can't do that if you're Shazier Baker.
He's coming out of the game.
Linton will check in. You could tell that things were heating up a little bit. Martinsburg obviously frustrated, down 59-38, lost last night, but you just can't have that if you're the Bulldogs. And And it will be both fouls against the Bulldogs. We'll have now the technical free throws from Young. As Morgantown looks to get into the 60-point threshold. Free throw is up and good for Young. 60-38 our score. A minute 38 to go in the third. The second free throw from Young is good as well, and it will be Morgantown possession, who leads 61-38 with 1:38 to go in the third. King will inbound it for the Mohigans. Evian Blackwood trying to come away with a steal, but he's unsuccessful. Young has the basketball. They're going to call a foul on Jameer Hunter. He reached in on King. So Morgantown will inbound again here. 6 fouls now on the Dogs in the second half. Young with the basketball over to King. Now back over to Neal. Neal, good bounce pass, good move too from Danzer, and he'll lay it up and in. 6-point second half for Danzer. He now has 13. Shipley, spin move, goes up strong at the layup, no good. Danzer tips it. Another foul against the Dogs.
Is that Jameer Hunter's third foul?
It may be.
Wow.
They did call it on Hunter, so Danzer to the line.
I think Rashad Reed's going to come in here for Jameer.
Potentially.
Yeah,
it will be. Danzer back to the line. Martinsburg has to get lined up here with 1:01 to go in the third as the fouls continue to pile on to really extend this third quarter. 63-38 our score. Morgantown on top. Danzer's free throw is no good on the 1-and-1. Whitby grabs the rebound, but he throws it away.
Yeah, try to get it to Shipley there. Try to get it out of the outstretched hands of Danzer, but it goes out of bounds as Shipley's unable to get a grasp on it.
Into Young, guarded by Avion Blackwood. Under a minute to go now in the third quarter. Morgantown leading 63-38. Neal with it, hands it off to Danzer. Danzer, head fakes, kicks it back to Neal in the corner, top of the key, to King, back to Danzer. Pull up long 2 on the way is no good. Rebounded by Linton. Linton, though, he turns it over. It's intercepted by King. King over to Young, head fake. Everett, a wide open 3 is a good shooter. It's off the mark, no good. Rebounded underneath by Linton, who has it taken away by Young. Sloppy play at the end here, but King scores the field goal, and he'll go the line. First 2 points for King as he eventually found the basketball in his hands, and he'll go the line to try to convert the 3-point opportunity with 16.8 seconds to go in the third.
Yeah, it's just starting to get piled on here as Martinsburg starts to play a little sloppy.
Savage will check in. King to the line to shoot a free throw. That one's up and good. That makes it 66-38. 16 seconds to go in the third quarter. Avion Blackwood bringing it across for the Dogs. Takes the screen from Reed. Blackwood finds Reed in the high post. He'll shoot at the buzzer, unaware of it initially. Then Morgantown grabs the rebound and does not get a shot off before the end of the third quarter, but at the end of the third, it is Martinsburg 38, Morgantown 66. We'll head to the fourth. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We're back after this.
This is Eric at Hagerstown Ford. Over the last decade, the way we buy things have evolved. Now, you get on your phone, click Want It, and it shows up at your front door. At Hagerstown Ford, it is that convenient. We've changed the car buying experience on the I-81 corridor forever. And with a return policy better than Walmart, there's absolutely no reason to buy a new or used car, truck, or SUV anywhere else. Just like Amazon, Hagerstown Ford will deliver the vehicle to you, where you are, and on your time. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. Why waste your time at a car dealership playing the dumb back-and-forth games? Besides, we hate it more than you do. I assure you, no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. will beat our price. No dealership from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania to Baltimore, Maryland will beat our price. And no other dealership will allow you to return it if you don't want it. Hagerstown Ford absolutely provides the best experience at the best price. Visit HagerstownFord.com to schedule your VIP experience. Click on the vehicle you want and get your new ride delivered to you at no risk.
See dealer for details.
We welcome you back to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse. Our score 66-38. Morgantown on top of Martinsburg, I should say, as we begin this fourth quarter. Presented to you by Parsons Ford. They're located at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number one by making you number one first. Parsons, along with WVU Medicine, Berkeley, and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere. Savage swings it over to Young for the Mohigans, and Young tries a long triple. It's no good, but a good offensive rebound underneath for Kistner. Makes it 68-38. Morgantown now leading by 30.
Kistner's now got 7. Corner for Bunny, a 3.
And Kyrie Bunny knocks down the corner triple.
We saw him hit a 3 or maybe more than 1 3 last night at the end of last night's game.
Yeah, he got a lot of time last night for the young man and getting more opportunities here for Martinsburg. A 3 from Everett to answer, and it's good, 71-41.
Everett has 9 points, all threes, 3 threes so far.
He's a good shooter for this Morgantown team.
That's a 30-point ball game.
Young drives in. He draws the foul. Shipley drives in. He draws the foul, and that is good.
It's his first points of the second half.
Chase Shipley, who had a great game last night, not as successful here tonight in terms of scoring, but gets that one to go and gets fouled. Shipley makes the free throw. 3-point play. Martinsburg needs a good quarter here, Spencer. Even though the game's probably out of hand, as here's a lob to the rim.
Wow.
Kistner with the two-handed jam.
Now 9 points off the bench.
And now Young takes it away. Could be showtime again. This time Young will go up and try to dunk it. Davis follows with the layup. Didn't know Young had that kind of bounce for a 6-foot point guard.
14 now for Davis, the Shepherd commit.
Whitby pulls up and knocks it down.
He's having a good game today, Nick.
He has played well.
15.
I think there's a lot of potential in Whitby moving forward. Here's another Everett 3. Give him 12 on 4 threes from Everett. 78-46.
And if you're Martinsburg, you got to start guarding that guy. He's just wide open for 3.
Been there all game, really. Just depends on if he's made them or not. Kyrie Bunny now over to Whitby. Back to Bunny. Thought about the step back. Now Avion Blackwood has it for the Dogs. 78-46, 5:45 to go in the fourth quarter. Shipley tries a long 3, and Chase Shipley with the long triple.
He's got 8.
Having a good fourth quarter for Shipley here. 78-49. Davis driving baseline, goes up strong, and Davis continues to play well here this afternoon. Shipley back the other way for the Dogs. He gets fouled before the shot. Martinsburg will have it on the inbound, as that is just the 4th foul of the second half against the Mohigans. Clark will check back in for the Dogs. Morgantown pulls its starters, brings in the second unit here. Besides Danzer, he'll come back in.
And it's now 31-point ball game.
Shipley down low to Height. Height back to Whitby, tries the long 2. Foot on the line, no good. Rebounded by Savage. Johnson now with the basketball for the Mohigans. He finds Shrewsbury, guarded tightly by Avion Blackwood, who will get a reach-in foul. That is the 9th on the Dogs. 1-1 here for Shrewsbury. He'll go to the line with 4:51 to go in this fourth quarter. Shrewsbury so far has 2 points, his first trip to the line. And the free throw's up and good. It's now 81-49. Mohigans on top. Second one from Shrewsbury, good as well. 82-49 Morgantown. Over to Clark in the corner. Clark pulls up for 3. It's off the back iron, no good. Rebounded by Shrewsbury. Johnson now will bring it across for the Mohigans. Shrewsbury bounce pass over to Danzer. Thought about the 3. Johnson, he'll pull the trigger, and he knocks it down. First points of the game for Johnson. 85-49 Morgantown. Shipley over to Height. Height back up top to Blackwood. Blackwood off the bounce to the rim. Gets fouled, and the ball gets stuck on the side of the rim. And luckily, Morgantown has a bunch of guys that can jump, so Savage knocks it down. Savage picks up the foul, 85-49. Height will inbound it for the Dogs. Height gets it into LaQuay Clark. Now down low to Whitby. He'll go to post against Danzer, flips it out to Chase Shipley. Shipley off the screen, over to Height, baseline jumper, and Height knocks it down.
Great to see Height get in the scoring column. Coming up from JV, talked to Coach Rogers yesterday. He said, he's really earned the right to come up here and see what he can do.
Danzer to the hole, and a foul going to be called on Height.
Very minimal contact there. I don't know why you call that foul. Let him play. It's a 34-point game.
I thought he
There's
did get him on the
definitely been a lot
hand.
more contact, though.
Murray into the contest.
A whole line change coming
for Johnson.
For the Bulldogs here.
They're going to get Hunter, Robinson, Reed, Steen, and Bunny into the ball game for Martinsburg. As the time winding down in this one, 85-51, 3:51 to go in the game.
And it looks like Trainer's being called for here from
Morgantown. Johnson might have a bloody nose. Looks like that's the case. Is free throw up and good from Danzer. So Hill checks in.
14 now for Danzer.
Martinsburg brings on that line change, and Danzer knocks down the free throw. Second one from him is no good. Reed tips the rebound off of Reed, and it will stay with the Mohigans. Does look like Johnson's being checked out for a bloody nose, so Shipley also getting checked out over there on the sideline by the training staff. This one's inbounded to Neal. 86-51 Mohigans on top of the Dogs, and a foul called on Bunny. That will be 2 shots here for Shrewsbury. And his shot is up and good. Second one from Shrewsbury is no good. Rebounded by Jameer Hunter, and Martinsburg will look to push.
And you can definitely see that speed from Jameer Hunter on the court right there, getting all the way down to the other side.
Bunny with the basketball. Martinsburg working with Reed in the high post. Now he'll move out to the perimeter. Jackson Steen guarded on the outside, trying to go to work. Steen attacks. Now swings it over to Robinson. Robinson will pull a 3, and Robinson knocks it down. Good-looking shot from the young man.
Just gets in the scoring column first time today.
87-54. Morgantown moving the basketball into the corner for Neal. Neal drives in, kicks it back out. A floater on the baseline is up and good from Carter Murray. He joins the scoring.
Well, only need 2 more guys to get in the scoring column for every player for Morgantown to score.
Robinson, another 3. Back-to-back threes for Robinson. He now has 6 points. It's 89-57 with 2:33 to go.
And Martinsburg's scored 19 points this quarter.
It's been a solid quarter for the Bulldogs. Now, I mean, it's garbage time at this point, but it's always good to see. Neal, the bench wanted him to pull the 3. He elected not to. Shrewsbury drives into the lane.
And they're going to get
And that should be a jump ball.
Oh,
and
good.
it will be Martinsburg ball.
I thought they were going to get Bunny with a foul there.
So Bulldogs get the possession back with 2:15 to go in the fourth quarter, trailing 89-57. And depending on how this one finishes, Spencer, Martinsburg could have the best performance against Morgantown in the EPAC.
Yeah,
which is something to take away from it. Hunter drives in the lane, spin move. His shot is blocked by Neal. Reed fighting for the rebound, and just a little bit too much aggressiveness there, I believe, from Reed as he shoved Hill to the ground.
When they tee him up, too.
And you can't have that if you're Rashad Reed, that extra push at the end.
That's 2 tees in a game. And assistant coach Marcel is basically not happy that it was called a technical. He's trying to get the reasoning here.
I mean, it was a push, so, I mean, you can't really be doing that if you're Reed. Shrewsbury to the line.
And I don't know here. Maybe trying to get confirmation of a call here.
So technical foul goes for Morgantown. Shrewsbury will shoot whenever the officials decide.
They're still talking it over here.
Yeah, I don't know what they're really talking over.
It's just prolonging this game at this point.
Yeah, I mean, we know technical, 2 shots in the ball. So Shrewsbury to shoot. 89-57 our score, 1:57 to go. Shrewsbury's free throw is in and out.
He's now 1 for 3 on the day.
Second one in and out as well. But it will be Morgantown possession, 89-57. Ball inbounded to Murray. Murray brings it across into the corner. Neal, a wide open 3, and Neal knocks it down from the corner.
Yeah, Neal now to double figures with 11.
92-57. Over to Jameer Hunter. Hunter, he'll pull up for 3. Just a little bit too strong. Good rebound by Rashad Reed, who goes to work, and Reed finishes underneath.
First points of the day for the big man.
Three-pointer again from the corner is short. Ball gets tipped around. Shrewsbury. Morgantown will reset here up 92-59. Neal with the basketball.
I think they might just pass this one out.
That's, I believe, the plan here for the Mohigans. Neal will drive in, pass underneath. Finds Shrewsbury in the corner, wide open 3, and he'll knock it down. (95-59), 48 seconds to go. Bunny bringing it across for the Dogs. Comes off the Reed screen. Bunny pulls up for 3. No good. Rebounded by the Mohigans. Murray will lay it up and in. 97-59. Morgantown pulling away, getting close to 100. And that opportunity to be the closest team in the EPAC is slipping away for the Bulldogs. Robinson over to Hunter. He'll pull up for 3 again. It's no good. Rebounded by Murray. And now Morgantown will just dribble things out with a 97-59 lead. Neal grabs the basketball. And the Mohigans pick up their 11th win over the on the season. Moving to 11-1. Martinsburg falls to 6-8. Your final score, 97-59. Morgantown over Martinsburg. We'll take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll have the Palace Lounge post-game show. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
Find that new Chevy truck or SUV you've been searching for right here at CMA Chevrolet of Martinsburg. With over 100 new Chevys in stock, you have options. We have the Silverados, Equinoxes, and more to meet your needs. And we are not selling over MSRP. Get power and fuel efficiency with the all-new Silverado 1500 LTD, space and savings on a new Equinox. And that's not all. Every new Chevrolet has a lifetime powertrain warranty. And did we mention we are not selling over MSRP? Find new roads at CMAChevroletofMartinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm your new bangs, and you can't stop staring at me. That's it. Just tilt the rearview mirror over here. And while you're checking me out more times than a library book, your car is wandering into that lane over there. More bangs? Neat. And if you've got cut rate insurance, you could be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate.
Call Martinsburg Allstate agent Gary Kelly today at 304-263-4596. At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is Prevent, Promote, Protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
If you're in an accident, the first thing that you have to do is call 911. You have to get medical care immediately.
The next thing you need to do is call us. When you hire us at the Skinner Law Firm, what we do is we are going to investigate your case and we're going to lay out the options that you have, all at no cost to you.
We will use all of our resources and all of our experience to get you what you deserve.
The Skinner Law Firm, SkinnerFirm.com.
We welcome you back here to Martinsburg High School as our final score. Morgantown 97, Martinsburg 59. Nick Verzolini alongside me, Spencer Dupuis, Dylan Bishop, our cameraman, Kyle McLaughlin back in the studio. As Spencer, your thoughts on this one as we get you into the Palace Lounge postgame show. The Palace Lounge is located on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg with a full lunch and dinner menu. With daily specials and a clean, comfortable atmosphere, check out the menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page. What were kind of some of your takeaways from this one?
We looked at the difference between the Washington and Morgantown game, 97-22, as Morgantown reaches 97 in this ball game. But Martinsburg able to score 59 points. Good to see there. They scored 2 more than what Jefferson did in their ball game against them, but they gave up 8 more points. So, this is kind of interesting to see how this fits into that side of things. But it seemed like Martinsburg sticking with them. Obviously had a 3-point lead headed into the second quarter, and then kind of just went blank almost, essentially. And you go from being up by 3 to being down by 13 at halftime.
Yeah, it was definitely tough for the Bulldogs here today as your final score, again, 97-59. And we'll give you our game stats brought to you by Bechtel Jewelers, West Virginia's largest Pandora retailer on Route 11 South Inwood, taking care of you like nobody's business. We'll start with the Bulldogs. 9 points for Avion Blackwood, 8 points from McClay Clark, 8 from Chase Shipley, 3 from Kyrie Bunny, 15 from Whitby, 2 from Reed, 4 from Baker, 6 from Robinson, 2 from Height, and 2 from Linton. And then on the Morgantown side, we had 11 from Neal, 14 from Danzer, 12 from Everett, 17 from Young, 8 from Shrewsbury, 4 from Murray, 3 from Johnson, 16 by Davis, 9 from Kisner, and 3 for King. Part of that 97-59 scoring day. And now, Spencer, let's get into our awards here on the post-game show. We will start with our moment of the game, brought to you by Chris Ross and the Milestone Real Estate Group. Buying or selling a home, call 579-7349 or go to callchrisross.com. Spencer, what's your moment of the game?
I feel like my moment of the game has got to be those back-to-back dunks in the second quarter by Brody Davis that kind of put an exclamation point on that run.
Yeah.
That Morgantown was able to have in that second quarter, which ultimately I feel was the difference in the ballgame, which is why it's the Milestone Real Estate Group moment of the game, Nick.
It certainly is what separated Morgantown from Martinsburg today and really made it feel like it would be very tough for Martinsburg to come back. So I would agree with you there, Spencer. How about your rejection of the game? Bulldogs had a couple of good ones there in this one. Brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Family-owned, offering superior customer service and great pricing for a job done by experienced certified technicians. Call 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page.
Yeah, I think for me it's got to be Kyrie Bunny's block on Cameron Dancer on a potential dunk with 4:45 left in the third. That's got to be mine.
Yeah, you like the hustle there. I also like the Whippy had a nice one there late as well, but I think the hustle play from Bunny, I like that choice. And then finally, Spencer, your player of the game, brought to you by Kelly Allstate Insurance. For all of your insurance needs, call Gary Kelly at 304-263-4596 or stop by 724 Lakeview Drive in Martinsburg. Who's your player of the game, Spencer?
I think it's a hard one. I don't know. I mean, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys in double figures here for Morgantown. I don't know. I think it's got to be Brody Davis, only because he had those 2 dunks, and then he made a couple threes as well.
Yeah, it's definitely close between him and Sharon Young, so you could really go with either one. I think Davis, though, kind of set the tone, like you said, at that end of the second quarter, but both players played really well, so shout out both of them. But I'll agree there. Player of the game going to Brody Davis. So that does it here for us at the court. Again, your final score, Morgantown 97, Martinsburg 59. We're back at it next week beginning on Tuesday, correct, Spencer?
Yeah, I believe Spring Mills at Jefferson, which is going to be an interesting one with no Keyshawn Cheek anymore this season for the Spring Mills Cardinals. And then I believe we have a girls game Thursday. And actually, you know what? Let me double check here before we sign off today. Give us our full week broadcast schedule before I give you what I think it is. Thursday will be at Washington for girls action between Hedgesville and Washington. And then Friday we'll be back here at the Fieldhouse as Jefferson comes in for their second game of the series this year against Martinsburg.
All right, looking forward to next week, Spencer. But for our cameraman, Dylan Bishop, Colin McLaughlin back in the studio, who you'll hear from in just a little bit, Spencer Dupuis. I'm Nick Verzolini saying so long, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Once again, your final score, Morgantown 97, Martinsburg 59. We'll take a break, and then you'll hear from Colin McLaughlin.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
We're all familiar with the phrase, size matters, and sometimes it does. Sometimes you want a bigger home, a car, a bigger chainsaw or boat, and yes, a bigger diamond. And sometimes it's not about size, S-I-Z-E, at all. It's about size, S-I-G-H-S. Hi, I'm Lori from Bechtel Jewelers. Yes, those size matter. That's what your holiday gift is about. Not how big the box is or how big the gift is. Instead, do you hear those precious sighs when she opens it? That sweet sound? That says, I love it, or I can't believe you got this for me, or how did you know, or this is way too much. All of which means it's perfect. I'm Lori from Bechtel Jewelers, Route 11 South in Inwood. For that gift, come to Bechtel Jewelers. From diamonds to silver, rubies to emeralds, pendants to hoop earrings. Why a gift from our store? Really, it's simple, because does matter.
As this mute button and everything else going on still wreaking havoc for some reason, but now we can hear it again. The post-game scoreboard show brought to you by the Farmer and Mechanics Insurance Company. When it comes to your home, auto, farm, or business, they're trusted, reliable, and experienced. Call them at 304-263-0809 or go to fmiwv.com. Martinsburg falls in this one to Morgantown by a final score of 97-59. Some other scores around the Eastern Panhandle. Greenbrier East defeated Washington earlier today, 67-35. No score update yet between Jefferson and St. James as that one tipped off at 4 p.m. And at the end of the first quarter, it's Hedgesville leading DC International by a score of 8-4. Those are your scores in the high school realm. Let's now move over to NCAA and take a look at Shepherd, who plays right now in the men's side of things in the second half. It is the Shepherd Rams on the road leading Mansfield now with 2:23 to go in the second half, 64-53. So if Shepherd can hold on, they'll improve to 10-7 overall after the Rams were trailing 33-27 at the end of the first half. They have come back, led the second half, outscoring Mansfield 37-20 in that second half, and now lead 64-53. Earlier today, the Shepherd women's fell to Mansfield 72-63 to now go to 0-16 on the year. Let's now move over into Division I and get some top 25 scores for you. Number 8, Xavier defeated Georgetown 95-82. Duke upsets number 17, Miami 68-66. Number 18, Charleston defeated Northeastern 87-61. Number 25, Arkansas beat Ole Miss 69-57. Number 14, TCU with the biggest win of the day as of right now, defeat number 2, Kansas at the Fog, 83-60. Number 11, Arizona beat number 5, UCLA, 58-52. Number 10, Virginia beat Wake Forest 76-67. Oklahoma State upsets number 12, Iowa State 61-59. Number 13, Kansas State beat Texas Tech 68-58. Number 22, Providence beat DePaul 75-64. Games currently in action at the half. Number 16, Auburn leads South Carolina 39-22. Number 9, Tennessee leads LSU 13-7 with 11.5 minutes to go in the first half. Number 20, Marquette leads Seton Hall 14-11 with 11.5 to go in the first half as well. And number 21, Baylor leads Oklahoma 14-11 with 11.5 to go in the first half. Those are your scores in NCAA as well as your high school scores for the End One post-game scoreboard show. Morgantown 97, Martinsburg 59. I'm Colin McLaughlin signing off for Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10 until Tuesday. Have a great rest of your weekend.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School Basketball. Today's game has been brought to you by
Bechtel Jewelers.
Brown's Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons. CMA Honda of Winchester. The Mansion Ferretti Law Firm. The Murius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors. Hagerstown Ford. Orsini's Home Store. Parsons Ford of Martinsburg. And WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Center.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and NBA basketball, keep it tuned to Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. All rights reserved.